How about let's talk about what the others are carrying as well in their hands. I'm going to run you through the first part of this. These are just screenshots from the video. And you can see all the stuff that's scrubbed out of here. It's so, when your eyes, the amount of times I've watched this, the amount of hours I've watched this is stupid. But it's not stupid in another way, because it has trained my eyes to see what they're not showing, what's scrubbed out, the things that you don't typically notice when you're watching this some people the first time, because in the first time I watched this, I actually put up a thing about the invisible cloak, because that's what it looked like. It looked like a mirage, or like a smoke screen. Smoke and mirrors is what this is. So even right here in this video, you can see there's places scrubbed out. So if you're thinking like okay, look at all the like white dots on the road, right? Like all the little white spots. Now look at the ones that there's nothing on them, like right here behind this post, right here, or right behind the car, over there, or right there, right by this the SUV. Now there's somebody getting in and out of this SUV door all the time. There's a spot right here. See where this is? Right behind the car, right between the car and the pole, right there, that's a person right there. I mean, it's crazy how many places are scrubbed out of here, right there behind that vehicle. It's nuts. But they didn't scrub it all out. I mean, right here, you can see it. Here's a visual of him a little bit up close. It's still hard to see because they've made it this way, you guys. They've done this, and it took them. I mean, I don't know what it entails to do this, but it's got to be pretty, lengthy, detailed. And can you imagine the amount of people that were here, the amount of scrubbing they had to do on this? I mean, they pretty much had to scrub everything. Why they even turned this in is beyond me. I mean, if they were going to do this amount of scrubbing on it, what's the purpose? To make it look like something that wasn't? To just get the visual of the car? Is that why? Well, that was dumb. Oh my God, you can't even see the freaking car. Okay, so look right here. What's she doing? Well, guess what, you guys? She's pulling something out of her jacket. Meanwhile, the guy in the middle is busy doing something. This guy on the end is carrying something. And the middle guy's he starts by pulling something out of the back of his pants or under his coat, and then he moves, and watch what he does with his arms, a sleeve of his coat. So here she is again, and if you listen to her and her motions and her hair, the way she does her hair, she is definitely a very good friend of someone that was at the grow truck. And I have looked at these and looked at these and looked at these and looked at these and looked at these until I got a freaking migraine. And yeah. She's saying she isn't scared. I'm not scared. They're like asking her if she's scared. I'm not scared. What's she doing? What's she got there? I'm not going to put any filters. No color filters on this one. You guys get to see it black and white. Just like I did the first time before I put filters on, and you can even see it better. Right here, he's starting to mess with his sleeve. Look at all the scrubbing on this one. I mean, they scrubbed half of her body out. Part of his leg. I mean, that is the amount of scrubbing they do. They don't even realize where they're scrubbing at anymore. See right here, this is a good one. Yeah, he's busy messing with his sleeve. And so the guy on the end, he's also got one in his hand, it looks like. I'm not sure why they're carrying him in their left hands or what the deal is. Who knows? Maybe we got a bunch of lefties. I don't know. All I know is that what I see in here. So look at this. Look at her. Now look at what's scrubbed out with her now. Because she pulls out whatever she's got out of her jacket with her left hand. It's in her right, right? Now look at down below right here. Why is that all scrubbed out now? You can see it. Like the dark spot, just like where Rollo is talking about. Rollo is talking about where it's being held. And I don't know why it's in the left hand. All I know is what I see in here. Now, here's the thing. If they're trying to point this in somebody else's direction by leaking this video and making these things, putting these things, like, although it looks like they've been scrubbed out in these people's hands, why did they do that in the first place? Why did any of this go down? Why does it look like this? Why would they do that? If they're trying to, if there's one guy in jail for this, then why did they do this? I mean, look, there's even one guy, there's even scrubbed out behind this guy in the very back. Right behind him, there's something scrubbed out. And you can tell it's scrubbed out because it looks like when you're making something on a piece of paper with pencil, you're writing with pencil, and you erase it and you got a shitty eraser, it doesn't take it all away. That's what it looks like. Now look at it. Look at that. Look at him. You can see it. He's pulling it out of his sleeve or putting it up his sleeve. I can't tell which one. You can see the blade right there in his hand. Moving like he's pulling it in and out. And he's looking at it. Look, he's watching what he's doing. Just because if he doesn't, that is a knife, in my opinion. And if he didn't watch what he was doing, he'd cut himself. He's paying close attention to what he is doing. Why is he looking there? Why is he holding that? And then the guy on the end actually ends up doing something weird too. Oh, this one's even better. Oh, this one's even really good. Check this one out. Look at that. What kind of people are these? I don't know people like this. And I thank God I don't. Not personally, anyway. Oh, so he looks like he is actually putting it up his sleeve to hide it, is what I'm seeing. Because look, you no longer see it. And look, he's watching intently what he is doing. These are taken in sequence, these screenshots. So as I'm watching the video, I'm taking them. And I left them in my album just so nothing got in disarray. If I switch them to another album, I left them here just for that purpose. Okay, now it actually looks like there's like a shiny thing, like a shiny blade at that point. But, and it very well could be. I mean, taking in, taking out, whatever. You see this guy right here. Look at his hand. You know what I'm wondering? Here's what I think. What if there was a camera on the other side and they were putting him in this hand because of the other camera? They were thinking the other camera was going to catch him more than this camera. Or maybe they didn't know about this camera. I don't know. But there's a reason why they did it this way. You know, he could also have one in his right hand. Look. But whatever it is, they all were doing something with their movements of their hands and their jackets and whatnot before they got into where they were going into this place. Before where they got to where they were going, and then we heard the screams. As soon as they got in there, we heard it. I mean, this guy in the end looks like he's got two of them packing in each hand. And you can tell they scrubbed their faces out here. They literally scrubbed on them. Look at how much they scrubbed on these faces. These cameras pick up better detail than this. And right here, there's someone behind him too. There's someone right behind him. You know, at first when I was watching this video, I was watching behind this car because it looks like there's a big red shadow which I would think was a car. But as the night goes on, it gets more and more. behind the car, it like spreads out, and then you see a line of what I assume is red, like going down the parking lot. And so you can't see it so much in this one. You don't see it, but if you watch later on in this video, behind this car by that pole, that little shadow that's right on the left side, our right side, excuse me, of this car, it stands out further than where it's at right now. And I know it's just shadows, it could be just a light, but then there's a line that goes down in between the, like where the car is, to where the fence is, and it gets darker and darker and darker as much as the video plays. Yeah, look at this. Oh, there's scrubbing all through here. Okay, I'm not going to play the filtered ones. I'm just going to leave this as it is, just like this, for you guys to see. Also, what we have not touched on is that over here, all the way up in the corner in the left of your screen, that is the between the two Queen Road apartment buildings, the long ones. I call them the Twinkies. Now, if you're looking straight out, if you look straight up where the camera is, that right there is the smaller of the Queen apartments, and a lot of business was happening over there.